I think it sort of caught us all a little bit by surprise, the way that they did it this year. Last year I was in the private room, the sequestered room, so it was a little less dramatic. This year they had us all up on stage, and we were all sort of kidding around with each other that they all made us all sweat a little bit.
Well, it was a big night for Canada at the NHL Draft Lottery. Lance Hornby, after a season where none of the Canadian teams made the playoffs, the Toronto Maple Leafs win the #1 pick in the draft lottery after finishing with the worst overall record. But the big mover was the Winnipeg Jets, going from the 6th overall pick all the way to #2. And I'm going to ask you, at the #1 pick for the Toronto Maple Leafs, what does this mean for the rebuild going forward?
Well, it was all in here with the numbers tonight. Finally, some good news on the draft front for Toronto, who's lost so many GTA players to other teams over the years. And yes, I think this kick starts their rebuild even faster. Some really good players available in the draft, but also moving on with some of the guys they brought up the last little while. You've got Mitch Marner coming up as well. So I think a real boost for Toronto. And, maybe not playoffs next year, but certainly with a guy like Austin Matthews, if he goes #1, a good start. I guess the same can be said for Winnipeg, moving from 6 to 2.
Yeah, Winnipeg's probably not in the same situation as Toronto in terms of they're not in that dire straits need of a rebuild, but you know what, with the prospects they already have in the system and having made the playoffs a year earlier, getting a guy like Patrick Laine or Jesse Puljujärvi is going to be a huge shot in the arm for them in terms of moving forward. For Lance Hornby, I'm Michael Trajkos, Post Media.